Lady Sylvanas, we are pleased that you came.
How could I not? For some reason, I no longer hear the Lich King's voice in my head. My will is my own once again. You Dreadlords seem to know why.
We've discovered that the Lich King is losing his power. As it wanes, so too does his ability to command undead such as you.
And what of King Arthas? What about his powers?
Though his runeblade Frostmourne carries powerful enchantments, Arthas's own powers will fade in time. It is inevitable.
You seek to overthrow him, and you want my help to do it.
The Legion may be defeated, but we are the Nathrazim. We'll not let some upstart human get the best of us. Arthas must fall.
The Lich Kel'Thuzad is far too loyal to betray his master. But you, on the other hand...
Hate him. I have my own reasons for seeking vengeance. Arthas murdered my people and turned me into this monstrosity. I may take part in your bloody coup, but I will do so in my own way.
I, for one, do not trust her. Her heart is still elven. She will never side with us. Don't be too hasty. She has great spirit, but her hatred for Arthas will ultimately serve our cause.
Agreed. Well, if that's settled, let the festivities commence.
So the seizures have been getting worse?
Yes. With my powers drained, I can barely command my own warriors. The Lich King warned me that if I didn't reach Northrend soon, all could be lost.
Fear not, my king. Everything is being prepared for your departure. The ships are waiting at the coast, and...
There's been a change of plans, King Arthas. You're not going anywhere.
Assassins! It's a trap!
You should never have returned, human. Weakened as you are, we have assumed control over the majority of your warriors. It seems your reign was short-lived.
There are too many of them, my king. Flee! Escape from the city! I'll find my own way out and meet you in the wilderness.
All right, Lich. Good luck. Finally. Speak, fool. What is it now? No one orders me around.
Our master Kel'Thuzad sent us to aid you. Our new skeletal mages will make short work of the rebels.
Very good. We'll need to move quickly and find any others still loyal to me. We're going to need all the support we can get. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne
Our
hungers.
forces are under attack.
At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
What does the shadow will?
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it.
What we do?
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. For the Lich King. Faithless coward. For the Lich King. Finally. At last.
The dead shall serve.
At last.
Let darkness guide me.
Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
The restless dead await.
What is it now? This is more like it. At last. What is it now? Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last.
What does the shadow will?
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like
This
it.
better be good.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. What is it now?
The dead shall serve.
This is more like it.
What does the shadow will? The restless dead await.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Tread lightly.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it. I'll make sure you suffer. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne
Our
hungers.
forces are under attack.
At last. What is it now? Finally.
The restless dead await. For the Lich King, fool. What does the Shadow will?
No one orders me around. At last. Finally. Frostmourne. I have need of your abilities, little shade. Will you help me?
I live only to serve you, King Arthas.
At last.
The restless dead await.
You will know endless torment. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Finally.
What does the Shadow will?
At last.
The dead shall serve.
I'll look into it.
What is it now?
I'll look into it. Let's see.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. I have need of you warriors. Come with me.
Let's see.
The Dreadlord's guards are stationed outside that armory. If we can fight our way past them, we could commandeer the meat wagons held inside.
Let's see. I go unseen. I'll look into it. Let's see. All shall be revealed.
Our forces are under
I'll
attack.
look into it.
This is more like it.
All shall be revealed.
Finally. At last. Finally.
The dead shall serve. None shall survive. As the Shadow wills.
No one orders me around. This is more like it.
The restless dead await.
Frostmourne hungers. Your pain shall be legendary. At last.
I go unseen.
This better be good.
Frostmourne hungers.
By Nerub. The rebels nearly had us, King Arthas.
I would not leave my subjects to be slaughtered by this rabble.
Then we shall stand by you till the end.
All shall be revealed.
At last.
Die! The restless dead await.
Intruder. This is more like it.
This better be good.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
What does the Shadow will?
I'll look into it. I go unseen. I go unseen. Let's see.
Our forces are under attack.
All shall be revealed.
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
I'll look into it.
Ah, at last.
I'll look into it.
Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Let's see. I go unseen.
This is more like it.
All shall be revealed. I'll look into it. I go unseen. Let's see. All shall be revealed. All shall be revealed.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak,
The
fool.
dead shall serve.
Ah, at last. Finally.
What does the shadow will? As the shadow will. The dead shall serve.
This is more like
This
it.
better be good.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Let's see.
I call upon your loyalty. Will you serve me? Finally, some firepower. These will help us with the main gate's defenses. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Ah, at
Let's
last.
see. The dead shall serve. I'll look into it.
This is more like it.
What does the shadow will? Let darkness guide me.
Frostmourne hungers.
I'll look into it.
Finally.
I go unseen.
Tread lightly.
Proceed. We've done away. What's done is done.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Let's see. All shall be revealed.
Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Finally.
All shall be revealed. I'll look into it.
No one orders me around.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
The restless dead await.
Intrigued. What is it now?
Let's see. I go unseen. All shall be revealed. I'll look into it. Let's see.
No one orders me around. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne
I go
hungers.
unseen.
What is it now? Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
The restless dead await. This better be good.
Speak, fool.
I go unseen.
What does the shadow will?
This is more like it.
What we do?
What is it now? Finally. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
The dead shall serve.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it. Finally. Speak, fool.
I wait. By Neru.
What is it now? Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Inventory is full.
Finally. This is more like it. This is more like it.
Our forces are under attack.
What is it now? Tread lightly.
The restless dead await. For the Lich King. The dead shall serve.
Ah, at last.
These piles of corpses will serve us well. We can reanimate the bodies and bolster our forces as we move.
Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. This is more like it. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
What does the shadow will? This better be good.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally.
Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Ah, at last.
You there! Will you not stand by your king?
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers.
All shall be revealed.
No one orders me around. Finally.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Inventory is full.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Proceed.
What does the shadow will?
Let's see. I'll look into it.
Ah, at
All
last.
shall be revealed.
Finally. Finally.
I go unseen. I'll look into it. Let's see. I go unseen. I'll look into it. Let's see. All shall be revealed. I go unseen.
This is more like it.
The dead shall serve. The restless dead await. This better be good.
I'll look into it. All shall be revealed. Let's see. Let's see. I go unseen. All shall be revealed. I'll look into it.
The restless dead await.
All shall be revealed. Let's see. I'll look into it.
Ah, at last.
I go unseen.
Make your choice. Let's go. I await.
I'll look into it.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally.
The dead shall serve. This better be good. What does the shadow will?
Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers.
This better be good.
Finally.
What does the shadow will? The dead
at
shall
last.
serve. The restless dead await.
Finally.
This better be good.
This is more
The
like
dead
it.
shall serve. The restless dead await.
At last. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now?
Our forces are under
At
attack.
last. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. This is more like it. At last.
What does the shadow will?
I go unseen.
Frostmourne hungers.
All shall be revealed.
Finally.
This
Frostmourne
better be
hungers.
good.
Let's see.
This is more
The
like
dead
it.
shall serve.
All shall be revealed.
No one orders me around. What is it now?
What does the shadow will?
Tread lightly. Finally.
The
At
restless
last.
dead await.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Let darkness guide me.
This is more like it.
The restless dead await. As the shadow
I
will.
go unseen.
Our forces are under attack. The dead shall serve. This better be good. What does the shadow will?
At last.
I wait.
Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool.
The dead shall serve.
Tread lightly.
This better be good.
Let's see.
Speak, fool. Finally.
What does the shadow
I'll
will?
look into it.
The restless
at
dead
last.
await.
All shall be revealed.
What does the shadow will?
I go unseen. I'll look into it.
This is more like it.
Let's see. I'll look into it.
At last.
This better be good. The restless dead await. The dead
Frostmourne
shall
hungers.
serve.
Let's see.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers.
All shall be revealed.
Speak, fool.
This better be good. The restless dead await.
This is more like it.
Our forces are under attack.
I go unseen.
Tread lightly. At
All
last.
shall be revealed.
For the Lich King. I'll make sure you suffer.
I go
Finally.
unseen.
Make your choice. Proceed. You rang.
I'll look into it.
Small King Norskin. Stay, Ren, feast.
No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around.
Our forces are under attack.
Speak, fool.
Our forces are under attack.
Finally. At last. Finally. This is more like it.
Let's see.
Frostmourne hungers. At
I
last.
go unseen.
At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. We have no time for this. We must find our way out quickly. You have my thanks, ladies. But where is your mistress? Where is Sylvanas?
She sent us to find you, Great King. We've come to escort you across the river. Once we cross it, we'll take refuge in the wilderness.